Hello, everyone, and welcome to 2019. This is my first video in the year, and I hope you find it very useful. Today, I want to focus on how to analyze data from multiple Excel tables with a single pivot table. That implies you have data from multiple sources, and instead of combining them into a single table for analysis, you can actually analyze them with a single pivot table, you know, without combining them. Of course, one other way to do that is to use Power Query to bring all the data together into a single data table in Power Query, and then you run your analysis with a pivot table, which will actually achieve the same result as what we are seeing today. But I just want to show you something that you can do quickly when you have data from multiple sources. Let me just give you a background to everything we do. Let's say we have these are the services that we provide in our XYZ organization. We provide automation services, we have a service code for it, and this is the unit cost for the service. We provide this service CS Pro, dashboard, EpiInfo, financial modeling for 6,500. I didn't put units, so you can put whatever unit you like in dollars, in naira, in euros, and so on. We provide SPSS visualization services and so on for these fictitious rates, as you can see. And of course, we now have three branches where we provide these services, one in Ibadan. And this is the sales from Ibadan from these dates. Actually, these numbers are randomly generated, as you can see here, that these are just random numbers, for analysis purpose only. They are not actual numbers from anywhere. And this is financial modeling. It's randomly generated that, this is the service code, and this is the date when that service was offered. If I sort this the way it's supposed to be, hopefully it sorts because the numbers are random, so keep generating new random numbers. All right, so I've actually changed dash briefly. I have removed the randomization of the numbers so you can see the actual numbers. I might get anything confusing. So on the 11th of January 2018, we provide this service at this unit cost. We did 9 of that on that particular date, and this is the amount. This is what we made, 76,500. And on the same day, we did these two CS Pro services. 9 services and 8 services on that day recorded separately, and then we did a visualization service on that day also. So you can see that's that for Ibadan. Of course, similarly in Lagos too, we have this coming in. Let me just sort this also. All right, so we have this data coming in for each of the services that we provided, and this table is named Lagos. Like this other table is named Ibadan, and then we have this last table also named Abuja. So these are services. These are the actual service names, are service codes, the dates of the service, unit price, quantity, and so on. So our aim is at the end of the day to be able to have a summary like this, where you have what quantity of service did we have in Abuja, what's the revenue, how much did we make, total. This is for the entire year. This is just a slicer for time, call it timeline. This Lagos quantity of services and the revenue, and so on, and then the total quantity of services that we did and the revenue. And sorting this in descending order, we made most of our money from creating dashboards, followed by Power BI, followed by Excel, and then we did reports and so on. So if I want to see how much did we make in February across all, we see that, okay, we still make most of our money from dashboards and automation and so on. And if we check December, in December, we made most of our money from reports, followed by Excel, and then third, dashboards. And so you can check, let's see, for a quarter, for June, July, August. Okay, we made most of our money from reports, Power BI, and visualization, because this table is a pivot table sorted picking data from the other tables here. And of course, we can also have that as a trend. As a trend here, we can be looking at okay, this for CS Pro services selected here. So this is a trend, this revenue and the total quantity that we did, and then this is just comparing the three places where we do those services, like our Power BI now. We can see the trend, it came down from January, and I think we did most of our sales in Power BI in January, and we've not really been able to hit that since then. Visibly, I guess because a lot of organizations are doing their reports about that time, and most of this is coming from Abuja. So perhaps we gave most of our services to NGOs in Abuja, just being funny, really. And of course, our reports, most of our reports are towards the end of the year in December. That's when we made most of our report sales, and so on. So all of these are data coming from these three tables at once. So how do we do this? The last thing I want us to see is this date table that I created here. This date table is very, very important because with this date table, I'm able to control all the dates that you see here. All the dates that we see on the dashboards on these reports are coming from the date table. So this date table, and the reason we really need this date table is because we want to be able to combine the dates from Ibadan, from Lagos and Abuja, and know that you can see that the earliest dates in Abuja is if we sort this, it's on the 4th of January, and the last date is 28th of December. The earliest date here is on the 8th of January in Lagos, and the last is on the 26th of December. And in Ibadan, the earliest sales is on the 3rd of January, and the last on the 26th. So you can see that the dates are not exactly the same. So it's difficult to link the three tables together, to connect them together. Apart from that, the dates are not unique. Like some of the tables, we have a date appearing more than once because of the different services that are provided. So it's difficult to match because the dates are not unique. It's difficult to connect the tables because the dates are not unique. So that's how I'm going to show you how to perform this analysis using this date table. So if you are ready, let's see how we can build this again from scratch.